CleanClip has just released a beta version to 0. Let's check out the updates in this version. First, settings in dark mode. Second, new features in the quick menu. Third, optimization of the paste queue. Let's start with the first part. The first part is that we've now made a complete update to the settings page. The original top tabs have been changed to side tabs. In terms of UI language, it's adapted to the latest macOS design language, which is this frame design. Then in terms of content, we've added an overview of our shortcuts. As we can see, all our shortcuts are set here. And here we've introduced some commonly used shortcuts for the quick menu. We can also set some unique shortcuts for each list. This way we can directly open a specific list through its shortcut. For example, we set a shortcut to open favorites so we can press it to open favorites in quick menu directly. Another thing is that we've consolidated the settings for 3 commonly used function windows into the settings for configuration. There's also paste format, list management, OCR updates. This ignore feature will be extended in the future to each type of clipboard content. This way, we can filter information in more diverse ways. That's roughly the update content so far. We've provided more sound options. Every time we copy content, it will play a sound. Another update is our theme. We've added a new theme here, so users can customize and choose whether to follow the system theme, or use the dark theme or the light theme. Also, in dark mode, all 3 windows have been newly adapted. Now all 3 windows are fully adapted to the dark mode interface. Another part that's been slightly optimized, a core experience point of CleanClip is that its position appears following the position of our input cursor. This is different from all other clipboard software. There was actually a problem when our cursor was too close to the right side of the screen or the bottom. In previous versions, part of it would leave the screen and be obscured. The newest version has made some optimizations for this issue. Now, when it's too close to the screen edge, it will automatically make some position adjustments. If we don't have an input cursor, it will follow the mouse position. This way, when we hover the mouse over it, it will also follow and move into the screen. This is one point. Another point. We've also made some functional optimizations to the quick menu. For example, it now supports right-click menus. We've added some paste options, copy to clipboard, set alias. These features have all been added to this right-click menu. Also, some previously unsupported features, like splitting a multi-line item into single lines, splitting into multiple single-line items. We can, for example, take this multi-line item. We can paste them one by one as single-line content. Set alias doesn't need much explanation. We can give it an alias like open router steps. Then, we can use this alias to search. Open router. This way we can use this item. Also, previously, this quick menu only supported all items and favorites. Now we support all lists, all collection lists, and all smart lists. Can be switched here at any time. If you prefer using the keyboard, you can also use Command plus left and right arrow keys. Also, for the item preview function, we've supported a small detail. We can drag any preview item at any time and pin it directly to the screen. This way, when we open other apps, this content is always pinned on the screen. So, for example, this distribution tutorial, you can copy all its content, every step, directly drag it out here. When we switch apps to our other work environment, we can always see step 1, then step 2, step 3. Or, I can just take a screenshot of a certain step in the notes, or just copy a part of the code. All can be pinned out at any time. This is the newly added preview function. Another part is also about lists. We mentioned earlier about list selection. Now it also supports direct open specific lists by shortcuts. For example, I create a new list called ArcImage. To use it to filter all images in Arc, toggle it as a smart list. I'll do a filter. I'll filter all applications from Arc. And add a small option and its media type is image. Then we can add a shortcut. For example, Command plus Option plus T. Like this. When I press the shortcut, then it will automatically open from this specific list. So when we have some frequently used lists, whether they're collection lists or smart lists, we can access them with one shortcut without needing to first open the ALL list, then manually switch to this target list. And these shortcuts can also be set in the shortcut settings option we added here. We can directly navigate to the quick menu. It can also navigate to the main window. Next, let me introduce our paste queue updates. In the English version, we've renamed what was originally called paste stack. Now we've renamed it to paste queue. Because in all our user surveys, regarding this paste order, people still think a first in first out queue order is better. Of course, we've also retained the original reverse order, and we can modify this in the settings. We've added a random order. You can modify it anytime based on your usage habits and scenarios. For the paste queue, we've added an post-pasting action called text. It can be used to help us add text after pasting an item from the paste queue. For example, if you added a /n, a new line would be added after pasting from the queue. The paste queue can help us paste content in a certain order. For instance, if I have these 5 sets of data, if I want to take this set of data and fill it sequentially into different positions on another page or app, originally we might have had to copy one item, then switch to another app, then paste, then go back to another item, paste again, and again for another item, paste again. Of course, there are some format issues here, but now we can actually, through the paste queue function, we can actually copy them item by item to put them into this queue, then switch to another app. Just keep pressing the paste shortcut. Then it can automatically paste into another table. And if you need plain text format, you can also choose plain text format. This way you can keep pasting in order the content we previously had in this queue. This is roughly the introduction to the paste queue. So, in actual application scenarios, when would you use a paste queue? For example, there's a set of data. Let's find it. For instance, let's say we have this set of data. We need to organize it into an Excel spreadsheet. In the past, we might have copied items one by one, switched to our target program, copy them one by one. Of course, it's very inefficient because we have to constantly switch applications and switch between pressed keys. Also, we have to move the pointer constantly to the target cell. Very inefficient. If we use our paste queue, it's incredibly convenient. We can directly select the data we want to organize, then use a paste queue function called split copy. We press Command+Shift+C. We can see it automatically splits each data item, perplexity, and then the amount, then context, then this moderation, then the next line. It automatically splits all this data into different items for each row. This way, when we return to the spreadsheet, you can paste the content item by item. Okay, we should add another column here. This is called ID. So earlier it should have been. Let's start over. Paste, 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 paste. This is how we fill in this form now. Of course, it can be even more efficient. We just saw there's an item called post-pasting action. We need to select this as tab. This means that after we paste each item, it will automatically press the tab key for us. So I just need to press Command+V. It will automatically paste the next item and switch the cell to the next one. Then just switch at the end of each row, very efficiently completing our content. Okay, these are roughly all the updates for this 2.20 beta version. Of course, since it's still a beta version, there are some bugs that need to be fixed. We will release the official version of 2.20 soon. Please stay tuned. See you in the next version.